What could make a Boeing 777, one of the world's most reliable airplanes, simply vanish from the sky? On March 8, 2014, Flight MH370, destined for Beijing from Kuala Lumpur, defied all odds and disappeared. An aircraft equipped with the latest technology carrying 239 souls, lost without a trace. Despite the meticulous planning of its route, the aircraft and its passengers seemingly evaporated into thin air, cloaking the event in mystery. This is the story of Flight MH370, a journey that has left the world with more questions than answers. March 8, 2014, started as a routine day for the 239 souls aboard Flight MH370. The aircraft, a beacon of modern technology, took to the skies in the early hours, bidding adieu to the city of Kuala Lumpur. The night was clear, the journey ahead seemingly uneventful. As the plane ascended, the last communication from the cockpit was a casual, "Good night, Malaysian 370, nonchalantly voiced by the pilot. Shortly after, the unexpected happened. The plane veered off its original course, steering away from Beijing, its intended destination. Controllers on the ground were left puzzled as the plane's transponder, the device that sends information about the aircraft's speed and altitude, unexpectedly ceased transmission. The plane was now a ghost, invisible to radar. The last known position of the aircraft was over the Andaman Sea, miles off course. And then, just like that, Flight MH370 disappeared from radar screens. In the wake of the disappearance, one of the most extensive search efforts in aviation history began. The world held its breath as countries united, setting aside their differences to scour the depths of the Indian Ocean. Satellite data was harnessed like never before, with experts poring over every blip and bleep in a desperate attempt to trace the lost aircraft. The initial findings were as vast as the ocean itself, yet as barren as a desert. A few fragments, possibly from the plane, were discovered thousands of miles from the estimated crash site, but they only deepened the mystery, rather than solving it. The search was a colossal endeavor involving dozens of ships and aircraft, hundreds of dedicated personnel and millions of dollars. Yet, for all the technology at our disposal, for all the collective willpower and determination, concrete evidence remained elusive. Despite the vast resources and collective efforts, the plane remained missing. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, theories about what happened to MH370 began to emerge. The world watched with bated breath as speculation and conjecture filled the airwaves. One of the theories that gained significant traction was pilot suicide. This chilling hypothesis suggests that the pilot, for reasons unknown, deliberately steered the plane off course and into the ocean. However, those who knew the pilot personally argue vehemently against this theory, claiming he had no motive. Another theory that surfaced was the possibility of a hijacking. Could someone on board have taken control of the flight, veering it off its path and causing its eventual disappearance? While plausible, lack of any ransom demands or political statements associated with typical hijackings makes this theory less convincing. Mechanical failure was also considered. Could a catastrophic system failure or a sudden decompression have led to the plane's demise? However, the Boeing 777's impressive safety record and lack of distress signals cast doubt on this theory. Lastly, and perhaps most intriguingly, are the whispers of alien abduction. These extraterrestrial theories, while largely dismissed by the scientific community, have found a home among lovers of the unexplained and unknown. But the truth is, none of these theories have been definitively proven. Each comes with its own set of questions, its own set of inconsistencies. The mystery deepens as every theory has its holes and the plane is still missing. So, what do we know for sure about Flight MH370? We know that on March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 vanished from radar screens, leaving behind a trail of questions. The Boeing 777 was en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, with 239 souls on board, yet it vanished without a trace. Despite the most extensive and expensive search in aviation history, no definitive evidence has been found. Theories range from a deliberate act by the pilot, to a catastrophic mechanical failure, to even more sinister possibilities. But without wreckage, the black box, or any concrete evidence, these remain just theories. The search continues, driven by the hope for closure for the families of those on board. The world watches, waits, and wonders. The disappearance of Flight MH370 remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time, leaving us with the unsettling truth we may never know what really happened.